The Ethereum Foundation crosses the halfway mark on its 70,000 ETH staking target. The Ethereum Foundation staked an additional 20,470 ETH, worth approximately $42 million according to CoinDesk. The deposit extends the Foundation's February plan to stake 70,000 ETH for operational funding and research. Combined with the 22,517 ETH staked earlier this month, the Foundation has now deployed roughly 43,000 ETH into staking, crossing the halfway mark of its 70,000 ETH target. ETH traded at $2,050, up 2.9% over the past 24 hours, as of March 30, 2026. The Fear and Greed Index sat at 27, fear, past the midpoint in under 6 weeks. When the Ethereum Foundation announced its 70,000 ETH staking plan in February, the timeline was left open. 6 weeks later, over 60% of the target is already deployed. The pace suggests the Foundation is front-loading its staking deployment rather than spreading it evenly across the year. There's a practical reason for this. The sooner the ETH is staked, the sooner it generates yield. At current consensus layer rates of roughly 3% to 4% annually, every month of delay costs the Foundation between $100,000 and $140,000 in foregone rewards on this latest 20,470 ETH tranche alone. The total staked position of approximately 43,000 ETH is now generating an estimated $2.6 million to $3.4 million per year in staking rewards, even before the remaining 27,000 ETH is deployed. At full capacity, the 70,000 ETH position would produce roughly $4.3 million to $5.8 million annually. Why speed matters for the Foundation's budget? The Ethereum Foundation's annual operating budget has historically ranged from $30 million to $50 million, covering protocol research, ecosystem grants, developer tooling, and community programs. Staking yield will not replace this budget entirely, but it fills a gap that previously required selling ETH on the open market. Every ETH the Foundation sold drew community backlash. On-chain watchers tracked Foundation wallet movements closely, and large transfers to exchanges routinely triggered social media criticism and speculation about the token's price direction. The staking pivot eliminates that friction. The Foundation keeps its ETH, earns yield, and avoids the perception of dumping on holders. The earlier OTC sale of 5,000 ETH to Bitmine Immersion Technologies for $10.2 million showed the Foundation's fallback strategy. When it does need to liquidate, it does so off-exchange through private deals that do not hit order books. 27,000 ETH still to deploy. The remaining gap between the current 43,000 ETH staked and the 70,000 target is approximately 27,000 ETH, worth about $55 million at current prices. If the Foundation maintains its current pace, the full target could be reached within the next month. The Foundation's multi-deposit approach, using batches of roughly 2,000 ETH per deposit across multiple validators, distributes risk and avoids concentrating stake in a single validator. At 70,000 ETH, the Foundation would operate roughly 2,287 validators, a small but symbolically important fraction of Ethereum's total validator set. For card issuers that integrate ETH staking, the Foundation's commitment reinforces the long-term stability of Ethereum's proof-of-stake yields. Ether.fi and Nexo both offer products where users can earn staking rewards while spending against their ETH balance. The Foundation staking at scale signals that even Ethereum's steward views staking as a reliable, sustainable income source. ETH price stuck in fear territory. The fresh $42 million deployment comes while the broader market remains cautious. The Fear and Greed Index at 27 puts sentiment firmly in fear territory. Bitcoin traded at 67,374 euros, up 1.4% in 24 hours, while ETH's 2.9% gain outpaced most major tokens. The Foundation staking aggressively during a fear-driven market is a form of conviction signal. Rather than waiting for better conditions or pausing operations, the EF is accelerating its timeline. Whether this reflects internal confidence in ETH's price trajectory or simply disciplined treasury management on a fixed schedule, the result is the same. More ETH locked, less available for sale, and a growing yield stream that reduces future selling pressure. Ethereum's Q1 2026 has been one of the worst quarters for cryptos since 2018, with persistent ETF outflows and price stagnation. The foundation staking through the downturn rather than selling into it marks a departure from its historical pattern.